So what is good, YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA, and it's almost time for the basketball season. And with the NBA preseason underway, I decided to talk about two players whose careers will forever be connected. You see, 2 years ago, I made this video right here comparing Markelle Fultz and Lonzo Ball, both who would end up going number 1 and 2 in the draft, and pretty much comparing them about who I thought was better, what they brought to the table, and what I saw for their future careers. Now, in that video, I did say that I believe Fultz was better, but also Lonzo was going to end up being a very, very good NBA player. Now, both players were drafted into very difficult situations and dealt with a lot of weird things to start off their careers. Whether it's Fultz and his weird jump shot, his weird old injuries, or Lonzo's dad and him getting injured every single year as well. Both are in brand new situations where I think that they could flourish, and honestly, I think that both would actually have a pretty good shot at, leading the way to win the Most Improved Player award this year. I mean, both of them have the storyline, both of them have the hype, and hopefully both of them can actually put up the numbers to actually, get their careers back on track. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it. So to start things off, let's talk about Markelle Fultz, because he was my favorite prospect coming into the 2017 NBA draft, because let's be real, he checked off all of the boxes. I mean, his player comparison was James Harden. I didn't really see it, but I mean, he could score, shoot, defend, and play make, and his handle was insane. Like, this man would at practice, we would see a bunch of videos of him pulling from half court. And then all of a sudden, he starts to work out with Drew Hanlon, gets drafted to Philly number 1, and all of a sudden, you mean man can't shoot? That's when I knew, if you've been a shooter your entire life, it's not really a mental thing. I mean, I understand that that's part of it, but shooters gonna shoot, bro. So I knew that there was something definitely wrong with him, but the whole situation in Philly really wasn't the best. I mean, he was immediately put in a win now situation, which didn't help him at all, which I still don't understand the point of drafting him if they wanted to play Ben Simmons at point guard the entire time. I mean, they did float around that idea, but I thought that they would come to their senses and be like, all right, Ben, play small forward or something, or power forward. But if you're going to play Ben at point guard, I mean, Fultz we didn't really see him play a lot off ball whenever he was at Washington, so I don't really think that was going to work. But regardless, he couldn't shoot for his first 2 years in Philly. He was the youngest player to record a triple-double. And I mean, look, let's just say that Philly curse hit him harder than it's hit anybody else. So he was traded to the Orlando Magic. And I think that he can honestly flourish there. The Magic need a point guard. They do need a playmaker. And the pressure, let's be real, it's gone now. I mean, whenever he was there, this man walk outside, the Philly media is all over him, asking about his jump shot. He can't go anywhere. They're asking about his jumper, this, that. All that pressure is really gone now. I mean, a lot of the hype around him is gone. He doesn't have that pressure anymore. I mean, and he's looked great so far in the preseason. You guys can't really tell from his stats, especially his shooting stats, but you can see that his confidence, which is the biggest thing, is getting there. It's getting back to where it was. And even though his shot doesn't look the same, you can definitely look like you can definitely tell that he's way more willing to actually shoot that shot. And I think that it's gonna start to fall a lot more. And that was the biggest thing in Philly. It wasn't just the jump shot problem. It was just once his jump shot was gone, his confidence was gone, and he wasn't able to play make. He wasn't able to defend or do anything that he was really good at. Now we see he can do everything else that he did before except shoot. So let's hope that he can get that back on track, and hopefully I can see him doing great things in Orlando. And I'm really intrigued to see how he can lift up the Magic's franchise. And hopefully he can just get back to being the same player he was whenever he came out of Washington, because that player right there, yeah, he was the undeniable number 1 overall pick for a reason. Let's just say that. Now, let's talk about Lonzo Ball, because obviously the hype was super real for him coming out of UCLA. And even though I never saw him being a superstar, I always thought that he could help lift up a franchise, and LA was just another place for him. Now, I do think that his dad did talk him into being the number 1 overall pick, but whether it was LeVar, Magic, Luke Walton, Braun or his injuries, you can just tell that him being in LA came with a whole lot of bad luck. Like, that's as simple as it actually is. But now he's in New Orleans, a better situation with Brandon Ingram followed him there, Zion and Jrue Holiday. And I do think that he's getting way better coaching. I mean, Alvin Gentry is a way better coach than Luke Walton. I don't think anybody's even going to debate that. And now he's a part of a team that's actually trying to grow. Not a part of a team that is trying to, oh, let's tank now, let's win now. Oh, it's Bron's team now. And just the weird revolving door of the Los Angeles Lakers and their that's probably one of the most unstable franchises like in the last few seasons. But now he gets Zion, and we can already see the Zion connection in the preseason. There's gonna be a whole lot of oops. And the best thing about this team is that BI and Zion especially, they fit the way that Lonzo plays. They play fast, and he's gonna have a whole lot of assists and hopefully season highs in almost everything. And I assure you that all this stuff is just gonna continue into the season, because the Pelicans are my dark horse to possibly make the playoffs, maybe around the 8th seed. It probably won't happen, but there's also a small chance that it does. Regardless, I'm looking forward to seeing both of these players at least compete for the most improved player. I mean, I also have somebody like Brandon Ingram in there as well, but yo, these players that I am talking about as far as Fultz and Lonzo, I think that they're just in better positions than they were these last few years, and hopefully they can get back to what they used to actually be. Like I said, their careers are probably going to always be linked just because they went 1 and 2. There was a lot of hype between them, and I still think that they really have great potential. But let's be honest, only time is going to tell about all of that. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Markelle Fultz and Lonzo Ball, and whether you guys think that they can still win most improved players, and better yet, if they can actually get back to being potential stars in this league. But other than that, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about this video. Obviously, on this channel, I do the rebuilds, I do all that stuff, but I love doing these discussion videos as well. So let me know what we should talk about next, and if you guys want to see more of these. But other than that, like this video, share it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.